And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to introduce you to a speech which touches the future of people-device interaction, but not talking about RFID, NFC, or Bluetooth, but ultra-wideband. We are now happy to welcome on stage Mr. Marco Rösler, co-founder and managing director of Pinpoint. But Marco today represents the FiRa consortium. And this is a non-for-profit organization which aims at, and I need to read that, otherwise I got screwed by their marketing, enabling precise location awareness for people and devices. I took that sentence from their website, not to be, let's say, wrong here. And that is part of the FiRa vision, and ultra-wideband is serving that vision. And now Marco will, afterwards, after introducing FiRa and FiRa 2.0 to us, he will hand over to his Pinpoint colleague, Thomas Greichen, also co-founder of Pinpoint and acting as the CTO. And Thomas will then explain us how Pinpoint actually puts FiRa 2.0 in action today. So that is a recently released technical specification, which Pinpoint is already having on embedded systems today. So be happy to have you on stage. Now it's yours. Marco Rösler, thank you.
Hi, Felix. Thank you. Thank you for giving us the chance to introduce FiRa. Thanks to this great audience to be here. Thanks for the opportunity. My name is Marco Rösler, and I would like to introduce you to FiRa. FiRa is an industry consortium, and FiRa, actually, the name stands for fine ranging, and fine ranging is highlighting actually the ability of ultra-wideband technology to deliver unprecedented accuracy and security. It's an industry consortium that's committed to the widespread adoption of ultra-wideband technology, and it actually believes in a transformation how people act with their environment and interact with their environment. And actually, the question is, I mean, we all know situations in complex buildings like parking garages, like airports, hospitals, and where we, for instance, look for our car, where you might need to find a room in a complex hospital to find your relevant, or even the departure gate in an airport. And did you ever ask yourself why your smart electronic devices, such as smartphones or watches, don't really help you today? Let's have a quick look to understand what technology transformation means, and the technology transformation that we all know might be this. Remember the times when you were driving a car, depending on your co-pilot, fiddling around with paper maps to guide you through an unknown city? Yeah, I guess you remember that. But due to the technology of GNSS, global navigation systems, we have a completely changed situation today. And this situation is not only changed in respect to driving a car, but also when you go hiking in mountains, when you do sports, and not even only in end customer cases. I think also the industry, the logistics, and even agriculture has really changed in the last years due to this technology. But it's not done yet. I would like to show you some scene that I experienced in the beginning of the year at the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas. So this is the way people interact today in buildings. It's quite anxious compared in a similar way to where we were depending on our co-pilot in the second seat in the car. Yeah? And so it's possible to do that, and ultra-wideband can play a big role in that. And actually, ultra-wideband and FiRa are committed to kick off this technology transformation. So why ultra-wideband? Ultra-wideband is a technology, a radio technology, that is that outperforms classical technologies like Bluetooth and Wi-Fi for distance measurement and also positioning building. And that's because it's not using a narrowband and it's not using RSSI information, so with receive signal strength indication information to build the distance, but it uses wideband signals up to 500 megahertz, and this allows to use time of flight as a basement for this distance calculation. And not even that, ultra-wideband is secure, it's real-time capable, it's coexisting with these other technologies, it's reliable, accurate, and due to the ultra-short airtime that it needs in specific modes, it can also be very low energy. So that's the question, or that's, let's say, the answer of why ultra-wideband, but why actually should we do that with FiRa? By the way, ultra-wideband is an IEEE standard which has been established over 10 years ago. So within FiRa, in this industry consortium, we have more than 100 industry leaders. And of course, I'm happy to be the CEO of one of the companies that's part. But if you look into another detail, we also have the host of this event here being part of this. So thanks for collaborating with this in us to Logic. And I also have seen some other bigger companies that are around here, even in this event, that also collaborate and work within FiRa to make this vision possible. In general, we have to say that in the FiRa consortium, there are chip manufacturers, device manufacturers, system integrators, service providers, like an ecosystem that is capable to push this technology to the next level. And not only this, we also have like test houses, certification houses, everything that is necessary to fulfill this vision. And the vision actually of the FiRa consortium can be bound into three major goals. So spur innovation to find use cases and to define use cases in a common way. It's necessary to ease the adoption of the ultra-wideband technology by providing building blocks and allow quick integration to all of the consortium members. And not to forget, and very important, is to support interoperability by writing specifications, allowing test tools, preparing the test tools, and also, of course, the certification of devices and applications to it. So this is a non-complete, let's say, list of ultra-wideband devices that are already in the pocket of the consumers. And the message here is ultra-wideband technology is already there, and that's the, let's say, the basement of this technology move. And now, let's say, we know why ultra-wideband and we know why FiRa. I would like to go into one specific use case that has been recently, or a big part of the recently finalized specification FiRa 2.0 in the beginning of this year. And this use case is called untracked indoor navigation. This use case is relevant for buildings like airports, malls, multi-story parking garages, and of course also stadiums and event sites. Yeah, and this allows people to be highly precise positioned. And I want to go in one example in the airport. Like, we can imagine the user Iris. Yeah, Iris, she's entering the airport, and she will have a complete different experience when this technology change has also moved into buildings. So Iris would probably go to the airport and would be guided due to her ultra-wideband enabled device to the least frequented security lane. She would be, let's say, warned or noticed in a waiting area while she is reading her famous book or listening to her audio podcast that she needs to start to approach the gate of the recently announced plane. And she would also be able on that way to, let's say, find the restroom with the shortest queue, or pass by some coffee machine or other places to interact. So she would get an interactive route to her final place and wait for at the gate for her airplane to leave. And at that gate, it would even be possible because the position of her is known for service, beverages, and coffee to be delivered to her seat or to her phone. So this is one use case that has been defined and specified in the recent 2.0 specification. And of course, you are all welcome to join this collaborative work to build and be part of this ecosystem to drive interoperability and, of course, certify your application and your device. So thank you for introducing, or for allowing me to introduce FiRa to you. And I'm happy now to welcome my partner, Thomas, to talk about Pinpoint, our company, and how we actually be part of that.
Thank you, Marco. Yeah, so welcome to our talk, Pinpoint, and how we are using FiRa 2.0 to enable our customers and integrators to bring these position functionalities directly into their products. But first, I'd like to say some words about Pinpoint. We are a company that are specializing on ultra-wideband technology in a way that it is capable for usage on smartphone and smart devices. That means we try to make it as easy as possible to integrate this technology in third-party applications and in third-party products. So first, I'd like to a little bit summarize the use cases that are possible for micro-location services in buildings. You probably know the use cases or the uses of, for instance, WhatsApp, where you can share your position outdoors, where you can re-find your friends on some events and so on. And this is exactly what you can also do in indoor environments, like on festivals or in big event halls, where you can share your position and get found again. Also, based on your position, you can use or you can establish hands-free access control. That means by approaching a gate, by approaching some doors, you can, based on your own role and based on your position, unlock the door. And can also do many other things. And in my talk, I'd just like to give you one or two specific insights what's possible with FiRa 2.0 positioning directly with the help of course, our products at Pinpoint. So just look at an example, a big complex, a resort or hotel, where you like to check in. There you have this typical process where you have this reception, you get your key. For instance, it could be also a key, a digital key that is in your wallet. And with ultra-wideband, with this FiRa 2.0 positioning, you will be able to combine this key with the position, that means the position within this hotel, to get directly friction-free access to your room. So that is a kind of a baseline where you can use this intent to access based on your position to get in. The second point, or a more complex but also a use case with more possibilities, is to have again this hotel. You still have already access and so on. You're moving through this hotel and you get, based on your usage or of your movement profile, you can get offers, vouchers, or for possibilities within this hotel. That means you, of course, approaching a door where you could have access to the spa area, to special offers of the hotel, and then in this moment, based on your location, you can get directly these vouchers, these credentials for this access, and can directly use these credentials to go ahead. The point is here, and the interesting part is that you can, based on these locations, building up new use cases, building up new business models. You can just sell up your offering directly to the user and make it location aware. Now it's a question I would like to give you a short introduction. How can you integrate these location services directly into your products? You have your building, and you need to provide infrastructure for this. It's so-called microsatellites. So what you could get from Pinpoint is, in the end, just building satellites. We call them satellites. You can integrate into your buildings, or you have already existing building electronics. You have already products that are engaged in buildings. You can also get from Pinpoint FiRa 2.0 compliant modules that you can integrate in, for instance, Lightning, into readers and so on, to extend your functionality and bring in these satellites in your given products. On the user side, of course, you need an SDK. Probably you already have an app, for instance, a hotel app or a loyalty app in retail. You just take our SDKs for Android, iOS, or Flutter, put it in, and get the positions directly on the device. Yeah, for the people who likes to see this, we have a live demo at our stand here in the Logic Connect, and I would be very happy to get in touch with you and just discuss these new use cases and product integrations with you. Yeah, then thank you.
That was impressive. Thank you very much. Thank you, Thomas.
Yeah, thank you, Felix.
Thank you, Marco. So I've got the feeling that we are on a good way for getting ultra-wideband up to speed and integrating it into the next best application areas and bringing these kind of location-based user journeys into life. I mean, I personally really like the idea of providing value to users based on where they are, because that would also give us a chance to provide it with something what they can use where they are. So that is something what I really like. And you have a booth in the exhibition, that's what you said. So please take the chance and visit the Pinpoint booth and talk to those two ultra-wideband brains. I think there is nobody else in the room who knows better than those two guys. Thank you very much for being on stage at Connect24.
Thank you.